Hello guys, in this video we will see how to add dark mode to a React.js web application. As you can see from the video, we are able to toggle between dark modes and also even change dark modes from our system preferences. As you can see here in my Windows application, I am changing the light and dark modes and it is being reflected in the web app. Let's see how to build such an app. We are going to use Facebook's Create React app to initialize our application. Let's start by creating the application using the command npx create react app. We will name the application dark mode example. The installation will take some time, so I am going to skip it. Yeah, my installation is now finished. Uh, for starting the application, let's move into the directory and type the command npm start. Now the application opens up in the browser. This is the default UI given by Create React app. To add dark mode to our website, we are going to use a library called use dark mode. The use dark mode library has some advantages. It takes care of the system preferences of the user, and the changes made to your system preferences in macOS or Windows is immediately reflected in the application. Also, you have programmatic control over switching the dark modes. So it provides some functions which you can use to switch between the dark modes. So let's install the library npx install use dark mode. Let's also install another library called react switch. This is for just getting a switch to toggle between the states. Let's clean up our app folder for now. So in the app.js we see the default code given by react create react app. So let's remove that. First we'll remove the logo import, then we'll remove all the code inside the div. Lastly, we change the class name of div. We will name it something like container. So it acts as a parent to all our UI elements. So next we will add a form. Inside the form we'll add a heading. So let's say this is a form in light or dark mode. Uh, so actually we will replace the value from use dark mode. For that, let's import the use dark mode hook from the use dark mode library. We will also import the switch from react switch. In the use dark mode hook we get actually four values, mainly value, toggle, enable and disable. So the value function can be used to get the whether the dark mode is active or not. So it is a boolean value that gives true or false. The toggle function can be used to switch between the light and dark modes. This is what we will be applying to our switch. With enable and disable also you can do the same. Instead of toggle you can create a button to enable or disable it. So let's add the value. Let's check with the value whether it is a dark or light mode and show that in the heading. Now we will add the switch. We'll give it height of 20 and a width of 40. Can give it a class name of switch. So for the switch we can give an on color and off color. For the on color means it's dark mode, so we will give a purple color. For the off color we will give a grayish color, so it will be hash 777, which is a gray. Then we have the on change, to which we pass with the toggle value from use dark mode. Finally we have the checked value, to which we pass the value we get from the use dark mode hook. Next, let's create our form input and label. So for that, first we'll create a div and we'll add a label of email, and the input we can add a type of email, and for the placeholder let's keep enter email. For the div enclosing the label and input, let's give a class name of form control. For our entire form, let's give a class name of form container, so that we can do some stylings on it. Let's just copy the div again, div form control div again, and paste it, and let's change the label and type to password. Also the placeholder becomes enter password. So now we have the form with the two input elements. Next step is adding the button. For a submit button, its type is submit and its value is also submit. As we are just working on the UI, we don't need to have any state or something. So if you take a look at now, this is our UI and it looks cluttered actually. So let's go and change it in the styles. The app.css, let's clear everything out. First we will reset all the styles with giving margin 0, padding 0, and a box sizing of border box. For the body, let's add a width of 100% and a height of 100%. For the use dark mode library, actually it needs a default element, to which it adds the white light or dark mode. So the library defaults to using body as the default element, and the default class names for light and dark mode are body.light mode and body.dark mode. So we'll add those classes to this. So let's add body.light mode. We'll give a background color of white, and for the dark mode let's give a background color of the a blackish gray, grayish black maybe, yeah. It's a color. Let's give a color of white for the entire text. Now let's style the container. I will give it a width of 100%, and to fill we'll give a height of 100, viewport height also. Let's keep the display as flex, and we'll align the items and justify the content to center, so that our form stays in the center. If you look now, our form is in the center. Now we will style the form container. We can make it a card like look. So let's add a padding of 20 pixels. We'll have a width of 400 pixels. We can add a box shadow so that we get a card like effect. We will add a box shadow of RGBA black with a alpha of 0.6. If you look at the design. Now our card is centered and the dark mode is already applied because my system preferences is set to dark. If you want, you can check the toggle and it becomes the light mode. Now switch back its dark mode. Yeah, now it's already applied. So as you can see, the dark mode is already applied. Now let's style the rest of the UI. So first we'll style the heading. We make it a inline block so that the checkbox comes in the same line. We'll give it a margin height of 8 pixels, so there's a gap between the checkbox and the heading. Give it a margin bottom of 12 pixels, 16 pixels. Next we'll style the strong, which is the dark or light naming change that occurs. So for that we will give a color of actually a blue color for the light mode. Now let's add style for the switch. For the switch we are giving a top of 5 pixels so that it aligns with the heading. Next we will style the form control, which is the input, which is the div enclosing the input and label. Give a margin bottom of 16 so that there's a gap between both the inputs. Next we will style the label. Yeah, label we apply display block so that the input and label comes in two separate lines. Next we'll style the input. Input has a background color of white. And so let's give a border of a 1 pixel solid grayish black, and let's give a border radius of 3 pixels. The input will be 100% in width so that it stretches throughout the container. It will have a padding of 8 pixels so that it looks more beautiful. We'll give an outline none. Next we will style the button. For the button also we will give the blue color that we apply to the light or dark text. Next we will make the border 0 and we will add some padding to the button. Can make the color of the button, make width of 100%. Yeah, we need to add the color actually. As you can see, it's black in color now. So let's add the color of white. Yeah, now it's white. Now in light mode and dark mode also the button has same color. We can change that to that purple color in the checkbox, and we can also add some focusing on the input. Uh, Now the input focus doesn't have any style. We can add that also. So first let's add the input focus style. For that, uh, yeah, we'll give the same blue border color, and we'll apply a box shadow with the two box shadows. The colors in this box shadow is actually the blue color in its RGBA values. We'll just make it slightly transparent. We'll give an alpha of 0.75. Also we'll give an outline of 0 and none. For the label we can add a margin bottom so that there's a separation between them. Now let's add the dark mode styles. For that we will choose the dark mode class, then form control we can add this style. So we'll first style the input and make it background color of lightish grayish black, and we can add a color of white. Next we will style the inputs focus. That let's copy the focus colors we have, focus styles we have applied for the normal, and we'll change the color to the purple. As you can see now the inputs colors are changing and we get a nice focus effect as well. Yeah, now we'll add the button style. For the button we'll give the background color the purple color we have chosen. Yeah, now it looks good, and in the light mode it's blue and dark mode it's purple. Now let's change the the dark and light text color also to this purple color. Yeah, that looks good. Now we have completed our design, and it all looks good. When we toggle it changes the styles and we get the nice focus effect and the purple color for dark mode. Now let's check our settings. My Windows PC, I can go to the colors. In the colors we can see there is a light and dark mode. Currently it's dark mode applied. When I change it to light, automatically my application also switches to the light mode, and when I change to dark mode it switches to dark mode. So this is the main advantage of using use dark mode library and the use dark mode hook it provides. So we have come to the end of the video. If you enjoyed the content, please like, share and subscribe so that you get updates for when we post future contents as well. Thank you.